I'm thrilled to be here and organize a seminar about NextGen fashion, the AI and digital shift. In good collaboration with Modint and Circular Textile Days, we organized this seminar. And I would like to introduce you to our moderator, Claire Kasper. She's from Germany, has her own company also in sustainable strategies and design. So a warm welcome to Claire.
Thank you very much. I have a microphone taped to my ear, so thank you very much. Hello, thank you very much for the introduction and a very warm welcome from me too. Great that you're here. I'm really excited about this seminar and that we can all together deep dive into the topic of AI and digital shift within the fashion industry. I will guide you through the seminar and I will make sure that you can participate and ask your questions and share your knowledge, because we know you are all professionals and we would really like to talk on eye level here between the audience and the speakers. Please note that there will be some photos taken and video recording, so we interpret your stay in the hall as an agreement to that. The motto of this year's Circular Textile Day is, no more talk, it's time for action. But before we act, let's agree on the direction. So our call to action of this seminar is, let's share our knowledge, let's cooperate with each other, and let's be in control. A dynamic that you cannot control can be so much fun, but also contains some certain danger. We are inventing or giving birth to things before we really know how to handle them. And we already live in a highly digitized world, but who among us really understands digitization? What actually is an algorithm? Does it move like a snake? Are there toxic and harmless ones? And at which point exactly can we talk about algorithms as being intelligent? Artificial intelligence is behaving in a non-transparent and autonomous manner, generating unpredictable results. So, do we need a virtual snake charmer to bring it under control? Or how do we handle it? AI definitely is a current buzzword. But as long as we don't know what we are talking about, it's going to be really, well, how to take a stance and how to make constructive decisions then. So, we came together today to get a better understanding of our work processes in a digitized and globalized fashion sector. And fashion fuse a lot of different fields: design, sourcing, production, marketing, distribution and delivery, customer communication, returns and recycling. And in each field, we are confronted with rapidly changing rules and tools. To ensure a multidisciplinary dialogue, we invited 3 keynote speakers for you and 3 panelists. And following immediately afterwards, the networking reception with all of us, where we can continue the talk. And here come the rules. I will provide short Q&A slots after each keynote speaker. So if you have anything urgent to say, please give a sign to Leontine, and she will bring you a microphone. Craftsmanship and creativity, 2 things we traditionally associate with each other. For a fashion designer, technical skills and a proper technical understanding is key to a good design. How and where a seam runs, or how darts can be turned out of the pattern, is essential to how a design looks. Digitalized design processes are changing the required skills a designer must have today. Now, we don't only need the technical, but even more the technological understanding. Not only having access to current technologies and being trained in their use, but even more controlling and managing them is a question of education. Who is able to learn it and where? I am very pleased that we have with us a representative of an institution that is committed to knowledge transfer. So a warm welcome to Roger Gerards, Head of Fashion and Design at the Amsterdam Fashion Institute. Roger, your fashion course is aptly specialized in digitalization.
Yes, yes.
So please give us an impression about how the role of the designer is changing.
I will tell. Oh, sorry for the technical complications. I will provide you a lot of information by visual slides because it's about visualization and technology. Since 2006, AMFI already started with working with digital skills in education. I'm Roger Gerards, Head of Design. So the perspective is from a design view about what is the digital shift in the industry and how are we training our students now for that new industry. I want to tell you that the students of AMFI who graduate always are busy with sustainability. That's not a topic anymore, that's in the genes more and more. So this is a collection which has sustainable objectives, but not a story of the designer. She's using traditional skills. She's using existing clothing in her new collection, but it's not a story. This is a story about sports and waste. Because of this project, we know that per day 150,000 tennis balls are wasted. So students are all busy with sustainable in a logical way. This is a presentation of a student here who says fit is the most biggest problem of fashion. So why don't we design in a modular system that fit has another option to get more freedom in sales. This is totally made of waste of festivals. This student is now making his own company in the festival world to make clothing after the festivals have been closed. This is a project about biomaterials presented here at the fair as well. The clothing is still composing at the moment, and there's a digital physical project related to protests and being critical about the supply chain. This is a typical physical digital project. Students learn to design and present in a digital environment, but also to the physical appearance of it. And this is a project of Maya Blom, who's also present here, which uses the freedom of digital design and has no limitations in designing. Be aware that digital fashions is huge. There are companies who sell more digital accessories than the physical ones and gain more money out of that. So there are digital projects related to the physical applications and digital for digital fashions. So the shifts are huge. There are a lot of new requirements now needed for the professional world. The whole chain from forecasting to garment wearers, not consumers, but people who wear. In this whole chain, the AI and the digital skills is changing all kind of parts of the processes hugely. And it influences a lot. I'm not talking that much about AI. I will show you what we're doing in the curriculum at the moment. But on all these topics and all these parts of the supply chain, nothing is set yet, and there's a lot of questioning and research on how to implement all these digital new improvements. So even the sustainable impact is still to be defined with the digital schools. Lack of trained professionals, lack of digital people who also know the physical world. The industry asks us to have a lot of knowledge about pattern making, textiles, as it was, which has gone since the 90s and now attacked very truthfully with the digital skills. So even the old school knowledge is becoming more important because of that. In AMFI we train students for design, management and branding. So we have the whole supply chain in our house. And I'm showing you now some projects. Within design we train the students on a physical way. From day on, when they learn to use the machine in the first year of designing, they immediately start in the digital environment and making dresses, garments. So in week 8, they're already very far in knowing all the knowledge from 2D to 3D and back to 2D again. I am sure that students now learn in one semester what we did in the past in 2 years. Because the insides of the body in the digital environment is beautiful, and you immediately learn in one day all the implications of 2D to 3D. We combine the physical with the digital all the time. When you work on a skirt, in drapage, you also do it in the digital environment. So we learn a lot of methods in learning these skills. And this is a design project. We just learned the skills and immediately applied it in the digital and physical world. So this is our first design project. You see, it's about freedom and concepting, but it immediately gives a higher level of awareness of fit, of body, of application of the physical knowledge to the digital ones and back again. Even projects like this, very complicated pattern making, the application of couture techniques are learned in the first year. And that is because of the digital route combined with the physical ones. This is a project I just showed you quickly, in which the students, it's a physical process. For instance, she is print designing and wants to do something with decoration in textiles. She learns to take the textile and print decisions in the digital world and then starts ordering the textiles. In the past, you order 20 kinds of textiles and start experimenting and printing. Now you take these decisions in the digital environment. So you really are much more on purpose taking decisions with no waste and even more on applications to the design. So all the physical complications you can test in the digital world, and you don't need to make samples all the time. It really improves the design process. We are now integrating this physical way throughout the whole design learning lane. Nothing is set yet in the industry. A lot of industry started with digital processes and even stopped. Because a lot of money, it's very difficult to integrate the digital process within the existing workflow. What happens, for instance, in projects we have like Hypercraft, we give students the total freedom to use all kinds of software. Here you see 5 types of software, and the students in his project uses Blender, Procreate, Clo, so all the different software to design his own garment. What happens, because of these digital tools and also the experiment and creativity of students, they use all the software for their own production. It directly translates the ideas via different softwares to printing, making their own hardware for the garments, till even doing the whole marketing and the whole movie making of his own collection, till making physical the collection. So it's very personalized, it's totally in grip, and the industry is very fond that projects like these, the creative or the business and management and branding students not only create but also think about the processes. All these digital suppliers make their own program, never think of how to work together. Students are experimenting with it and in that designing workflows. This is also a project in which a lot of different techniques are used to in the end use just Illustrator to make print on the pattern. So there's no waste in fabrics, there's no waste of textiles you don't use. Again, this is the whole workflow, design. Industry, the software industries are very interested in what we're doing here. This is a project in which AI is used as a design. From AI, from historic texts and books, a pattern, and a decorative pattern is created, and that is applied to a garment and a story like this. The perception of the body becomes much better. Students from day on are busy with the body. In the old fashion, you need the mannequin or the mannequins which replace the people, the consumers or the consumers, to test how the fittest work. Now everything immediately is perceived in the body. Also in diversity and inclusivity, you can use the digital tools also to work for other sizes. So you can personalize much more as it has been done in the past, which is also very good for sustainability, that you really direct to the different sizes as it is. Of course, we do a lot on product development. We also do exercises with students to experience what does it mean that you design and develop in a digital environment, but also experience themselves what does it do with fit. And most important, this is a project where it's called the Minor Denim, with the denim industry. There's a huge request from the mills to get the digital tools to communicate from the mills to the brands or to the designers, which is very much in development. So you don't need to work with textiles physically to communicate to sales and to buy in, but you use digital environments to have this communication, which really delivers a lot of profit in processes, in no waste. And on this, we have a research project. We are busy with a physical digital library in which the features of the physical textiles is very good translate to the digital environment. There's no standard yet. There are hundreds of machines to measure, there are a lot of methods to measure, and we are now creating the standard to have the best, most connection between the two. That means that you need to use the systems of the software to replace the physical features. Also, we have research with students how you can take textile decisions in the digital environment the same as physical, so that you have touch, blend and movement in the digital environment for you as a designer to choose. This project is still going on, and we are working now to a library in which this connection is wonderful and beautiful. We have a lot of development projects from the research, the Fashion Research and Technology department. We are also working with other countries and other institutes to develop new methods. Transitions is now presented under new Texico here at the fair in booth 20, in which we design a new toolkit for new design businesses and the new design organization within the laws which are coming up. When you look at it, you also can see all the cards, which gives you all the topics which are needed for this change. And we do this in Holland. It's an international project, and in Holland we do it under collaboration of New Texico with s-Hertogenbosch and Artes. So we also combine in the educational environment the institutes to develop within the upcoming changes for the industry. Last project, digital shifts. What does it mean for a project with the Rijksmuseum? Because we are training our students for the whole supply chain, we have projects with designers, branders and managers. This is also important for the change of the industry. The industry asks much more that professions work together with others, but also are linked with other professions in this digital skills. As a designer, you're becoming much more a product developer and even have the skills to work for marketing. It's not that strict anymore. In this project, we had a project for the Rijksmuseum in which a lot of digital tools, digital methods are used. So we designed with AI, we worked with VR, augmented reality. This is, for instance, AI magic tools in which the designers worked with, they learned how to make the prompts, the text, to change the design. So that's a new method in using it. Be aware that in 1 hour, you make maybe 30 design decisions. When you do it physically or with drawing, you make 3 in 1 hour. It really changes your communication in the design process. We made a digital and a physical collection in this project. We presented the materials in a way from the digital collections also with augmented reality, so that you could see the 3D experience on that. The business students really look to all the physical and digital designs and analyze what's different in the carbon footprint. So the awareness in students on this can be much more exercised because you use digital tools. We also developed in this project a digital environment in which you present the fashion. This is also interesting for a Rijksmuseum to use digital environments to present events and present what they're doing and also attract new visitors of the Rijksmuseum. We had an event which is totally organized by this group of students in which all different media were used to communicate the project. And you also see there was a physical fashion show. And at last, I want to give you an address in which you can see all the digital projects we are having. What type of projects the students are working on, and we want to be open in that. We want that the industry all the time looks at the project we are doing and even find people who are really working that and doing that. Okay. Oh.
Roger Gerards. So,
How many minutes?
oh, that was perfect, and that was so impressive.
Okay.
It was really interesting. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I graduated in fashion design in 2008, so that was quite a different schedule.
Yeah, yeah,
At the university.
Yeah.
Actually, learning how to make textile decisions in a digital environment.
Yeah, yeah.
So should we call that artistic intelligence?
Yeah. I call it physical craftsmanship.
Critical
And
craftsmanship.
craftsmanship for me is intelligence.
Yeah.
And the message is embrace the new tools because it makes sharper what we need, what we had. And creativity is always needed to make the final decisions. Even with AI methods, there's always a person needed to make the final decisions. Otherwise it becomes a system, and that's making it flat, and that's happening a little bit with the fast fashion now. But you always need to have creativity to make new processes, to make new possibilities as well.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So does anyone have a question to Roger now? We can continue talking to him afterwards in the networking reception, but if something is of value for everybody? No? Okay. Well then fine. Then thank you very much. We will see you later.